Hello, hello. Welcome back to Crafty Concepts with Erin. Today we're going to be working with the Jingle Joy collection. If you've been hanging out on my channel, you know we've made some really fun projects with this. I'm showing you the coordinating sticker sheet and lots of title options on here and embellishments. As you can see, the paper pack is very fun and whimsical, bright, just fun patterns and colors paired with that black and white, a very awesome look. And then there's the coordinating chipboard pieces. Again, it's like that white embossing on a black background. I love that look. So you just pop these right out of the carrier sheet and you can use them on your scrapbook pages or your cards. We're going to be making a waterfall Christmas card. So I have the waterfall thin cut set here, and this big piece is what actually makes your waterfall mechanism. So I'm going to cut that out in white daisy cardstock, have it oriented like this, and fold the bottom up, and then these two tabs are going to fold backwards. Everything is pre-scored. We are going to alter that just a bit, but go ahead and fold these back away from you, and it should look like this. So when you fold this over, these two tabs are actually what connect it to your project and allows the piece to move. So we are going to alter that just a little bit because I want to create a gift card holder. So we're going to make this wider. So it's pre-scored, but I'm going to ignore those score lines, push it out just a little bit, and then I'm going to bring in a scrap of paper to connect these two together since they will no longer overlap. Hopefully that's making sense. So put a little tape runner, and now we want this to be very strong, so I'm going to use liquid glue also. So just a dollop, and the tape runner will hold it right away, and then the liquid glue will hold it permanently. So we're going to line up our extra little tab piece here, just like so. And I'm doing this because the gift card is wider, which you'll see in a little later in the video. So slip this part in and make sure everything is moving and sliding the way it should. So back to that waterfall thin cut set, there's different squares that you can use, all sorts of different shapes. There's a scallop circle. I have this little scallop square that lines up with this stitch square and makes a little inner portion. So I've cut those out, and then this is the from the Jingle Joy paper collection. I have some of that fun stripe color, and then we'll need some black ink. So I'm going around with my blending tool and just inking up the edges to finish this off and give it a really nice look. This is quick and easy to do, and I think it makes a big difference in the end. So go ahead and we're going to adhere this down to the lower portion of our card that you see here. Just like so, line that up, make sure we're straight across, and then we're ready to decorate our squares. So I'm going to adhere my white daisy to the raspberry cardstock in the background. And then I'm checking out this sticker sheet. This ho 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 is perfect to fit in that square. Again, we're just going to ink up the edges to give it a little, just help it, define it and stand out. And we'll line this up in our square, super quick and simple. Make sure it's straight. You have just a second. If you don't push down really hard, you can reposition these and then just smooth it down. Perfect. And then we can move on to the other squares. These little pieces are about 1 inch squared, so you can stamp on them. You can do lots of things with these pieces. I am using stickers off the sticker sheet. It's just super quick and simple, and they're perfect size, so I love that. Finishing off the last two pieces, and then I will apply more of the stickers. So for this one here, I'm going to use this really cute mistletoe, and I'll just have to trim the top because it is a little bit longer. No big deal. Take your microtip scissors, flip that over and cut it flush. And then for the very last piece there, I'm going to use the present. So all stickers from the sticker sheet. So then the way the waterfall works is you just tuck the bottom. I like to work from the bottom up to the top. It's just easier to line up that way. So you adhere that whole square solid, and then the ones on top, you only apply it to this rectangle area. So it's only going to be adhered to, half of the square itself. So again, just using adhesive on this portion of the rectangle, line up your decorative square, and then we're just going to repeat that process until all of the areas are covered. There's 4 in total. So we're now ready to attach this to our card face, and I need to bring in a card base, but first I'm going to take this little banner element, and there's a Merry Christmas on the Picture My Life card, and that just fit perfectly. So we're just going to use a little tape runner, and this is a top folding note card I created from White Daisy Cardstock. It is an A2 card size, so 5.5 by 4.25. And now this little piece here is the only point of contact that is going to attach to the card base. So again, I'm kind of going adhesive crazy, but we want it to be nice and solid. So line this up, and we just want to make sure it's centered left to right. And before you commit, just make sure you like where it is and then press down really well. And then we can finish it off with this little banner piece here. And this hides that mechanism and just kind of anchors it and finishes it off nicely. And I like that we got that from our Picture My Life card. You can do a stamped sentiment as well, so whatever you have on hand. So I'm going to add a little string for the recipient to grab and hold on to and then pull down, and you can see how that waterfall mechanism opens. So we had this place here. You could write a sentiment there, but I am going to tuck a gift card into this area here. So I have a Starbucks gift card, and it's a little bit wider. I did go ahead and apply some removable glue dots. So we want to use a removable adhesive. Then we're just going to line this up. And the most important thing is make sure it slides in and out without hanging up on anything. So you kind of can see it on the side. That doesn't bother me. It's not a big deal. So if it does, or you don't want to send a gift card, you can always tuck in a little Christmas cash. Now, because we've used the removable glue dots, that pops off of there perfectly and doesn't damage our surface at all. So you can take whatever little Christmas cash you have or you want to send. And again, I like to adhere that with the same removable glue dot. So tuck that in and make sure it's going to slide in and out. And they pull this down and get a little Christmas surprise. Super fun. I love these interactive waterfall cards. You can even add additional embellishing or stamping on this area here. Or, when you're pulling it down, you can see that the inner pink portion there, you could add stamping or, sentiments there in this area as well. So lots of fun ways to incorporate surprises. And you have the entire inside portion to write your sentiment. I hope you were inspired by this fun Christmas card tutorial. Here are a few more videos that you may enjoy. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.